How do you know you're doing the exercises correctly to heal your diastasis recti? So here I got a question from this mom here on my Instagram at @BeckyChoi_. Hi Becky, seeing your recent post made me message you again. Thank you. I have been doing core strengthening exercises regularly, though there is a bit of shift in my mommy pooch, but it seems very less to call it a change. How do I know if I am doing the exercises properly or correctly? Great questions here. I actually get these questions quite often in my DM box. How do I know if I'm doing correctly? Can you give me 3 exercises that I can do correctly at home? So I wanted to address this today. So my name is Becky Choi. I am a postpartum corrective exercise specialist specializing in diastasis recti. Now with this one here, I wanted to show you visually 4 things here. The number one visual I wanted to show you right here. Do you see that my stomach is making a shape? You see that there's a coning shape, or we call it tenting or doming, coning. This is where the pressure is being mismanaged. It is when I was trying to lean back. And when I was leaning back, I wasn't using my deep core muscles. That is causing the shift in my stomach, pushing the core pressure that already exists inside my stomach to push to the weakest part of my body, of my abdomen, which is the linea alba. Now, there are 4 body signals that will show you that you're not managing your core pressure properly: doming, sinking, bulging, and bearing down. And I'll explain to you what each one means. So doming, which I just showed you, is where the stomach is pushing outward. I often seen this almost in every single case with diastasis recti. Whether they are turning around, shifting their body, they are leaning back, or they are doing a dead bug, they are doing something that is quite hard for the abdomen to handle, it will see that coning shape pushing out in the linea alba. Number 2, sinking, is when the muscles, skins, and belly all cave in. You can see the picture here where you can see my skin is just sinking, including my belly button, almost like disappear into the gap. So that again shows that the pressure isn't generating enough tensions in your deep core muscles. There's nothing to hold on and strengthen that tensions there, so everything just kind of cave in. So you're not really working on your core muscles in this sense here. Number 3, bearing down. Bearing down is like that feeling you're going to the bathroom, you're constipated, you have to push that bowel movement out. So that feeling, that is bearing down. You will see that it's like a lot of pressure is pushing downward to your lower abdomen. Maybe if it doesn't show so much on the lower abdomen, depending on the movement or exercise that you're doing, you might be feeling that there's pressure on your pelvic floor, like you need to go number 1 or you need to go number 2. Another signal would be like, okay, you're leaking down there after the exercise, you have to go to the bathroom midway even though you just went not too long ago. That is a signal there's a lot of stress in your pelvic floor, so that's called bearing down. Number 4, bulging. Bulging is when the whole stomach is pushing out instead of pulling in. Now, there's a subtle difference between bulging and doming, but they are quite similar because it is making like a doming shape in the abdomen. With the doming, it's mostly the linea alba that is pushing out. There is also called something like hard dome and soft dome for doming. So if it's soft, just like the skin, you can push it back in. That's called soft doming. That is actually okay. But if it's a hard dome, right in the middle, and then surrounding with it, the whole muscles on the left and right side, like the rectus abdominal muscles, also push out, and it's making a really hard dome, like it's everywhere, it's just coning. You cannot control it, pulling it back in. Even when you're trying to engage, even if you're trying to pull in the muscles, you're still bulging. So usually bulging would involve a bigger area in the abdomen, where doming is mostly just in the middle of the linea alba. Now, what are all these signals mean? These body signals is telling you that you're not really doing the exercises correctly. You could actually make it worse. So how do we fix this? How do we know that we're doing the exercises correctly? It's actually just to do the exercise beside a mirror. Whether you're doing a bird dog, a squat, a lunge, you're doing a dead bug, anything that you're not too sure that you're bulging or sinking or have all those cues, do it beside a mirror. Have your husband to check on you to see how you're doing. Is your back lifting up off the mat, causing you to dome more? Because if you're using the back muscles, you're not really tensioning the core, right? So that it's causing you to dome. But also, it's better if you can have somebody to form check you, right? But then just checking yourself. Sometimes you don't know what you're looking for. You're not sure what you're not sure about. You don't know what you don't know, right? So it's better to have somebody to check your form, to making sure that you're doing the exercises correctly. And I do offer personalized coaching for moms with diastasis recti to wanting to flatten their tummy. So if you're interested, check out the link down below. And I find that a lot of the time with these body signals is that you don't know how to engage your core properly. So I want you to check out this video about how to engage your deep core core muscles correctly. And once you learn that, you will probably be able to correct a lot of the body signals that I just described here.